Now let's get back here, and I just realized that I'm returning the response outside of the finish check. So this should actually be in the finish check. So I want to know that the video has been completely uploaded before we return the response to the front end. All right, so with that little change done, let's go over to Postman and send in a request with a video upload. Of course, because we are doing this in Postman at the moment, you won't really see the power of the chunked upload. The video will probably be uploaded just like as a single file. So you won't see the difference in terms of chunk uploading just because we are doing it in Postman. Regardless, when we start implementing the Nuxt.js in the front end, you should see the power of chunk uploading. So let's come and remind ourselves of the lecture that we have at the moment. We have one lecture that we created with the course introduction. We tested the update functionality with that lecture, and we do have it as a text type with the text body. We calculated the duration for the text based on the number of words that we have in the text body, and that's what we have for now. But if the upload process is successful, then we expect to see this body change to null, and actually we need to update the duration in minutes to also set it to null initially. So let's go back here where we are creating where we are uploading the video, and just set the duration in minutes back to 0, so that we will later on calculate the duration of the actual video that was uploaded and fill that in. So this should also change to 0 once we upload the video, and everything else should be the same. Then we should see a new video record added here, of course. So let's go back to Postman, and in our routes, I already created a route under the course curriculum, lectures, and there's a route called upload video chunks. Okay, so this is just a regular request, but we do have the auth headers, of course, which is a token because you have to be logged in to do this. And in the headers, we are setting the content type to multi-part form data. So it is not just an application JSON, it's a multi-part form data because we are uploading a file to the server. So in the body, we are setting the data here to form data. We're setting it to file, and we have to choose the file that we want to upload here. So here I'll just select a video, and I have a bunch of videos here that we can test and see how they work. So let me pick one that has sound. Yeah, so the famous Big Bunny video, which is an MP4 video. Let's try and upload that. So I'll select that video. And by the way, it is, let's see what the size is. It is 158 megabytes. So let's select that. And to upload a video of this size, you may have some complaints if you're testing it in Postman because you're not setting chunks here. So you may have complaints depending on the web server you're using, that the size of the body is too large. In that case, you might want to check at the max upload size settings on your PHP version or PHP configuration and bump that up a little bit. And if the error is that the client body size is too large, you might want to change that value in your configuration as well. So here we've selected the file. We name it file because that's what we expect from the request. Okay, so we're expecting to get a file, to receive a file with the name file. If you want to change it, you can change it there in the front end, but also change it here. Make sure it reflects whatever name you give the upload file here. So we'll just stick to file, and let's upload that video. And we do not get any response back. Well, we get a 200 response, which means the file was uploaded. But I was expecting to get the response of the file. Let's just check to see if we have the file saved on disk. So if it worked correctly, we should see it in our temporary disk, which is in storage, app, public, temp. So yeah, we do have the file uploaded to a temporary disk. So that's what we want. And let's see what we have in the database. So we have the video, it has the hash ID, it has the lecture, the original file name, temp directory, the stream disk, which we are not using yet, but we will, and the path. So the temporary path should match the path that we have here. So it's stored under for, which is the lecture ID, and the video name. So that path is correct, / the video name. And everything else is set as expected. The duration is 0 because we haven't calculated it yet, and everything is as expected. Now let's look at the lecture. It should have been updated to a type of video, and the body is null, the duration is null. So that part is working as expected. Something I want to check to be sure that it's all still good is that I expected to see a response that includes the actual data that we're getting from our action, which I did not see. So let me have a look at this to see what's going on. So here, actually, we don't need to return anything at all. And let's grab the vid. And here, we don't even really need anything. So at the end, what we need to return is just a fresh copy of the video for that lesson. So lecture, and it's important that we call fresh and grab the video, because if you do not call fresh on this, then it's still looking at the original lecture that was passed in, which did not have a video. All right, so here we're actually just calling fresh so that it will go back and rehydrate the whole thing, pull out the current lecture and its video. Okay, so with that, we should be able to receive. Let's go here and let's set this again to text. I believe it was, whatever this is. And let's try to do the upload again. So we assume that this lecture doesn't have any video yet. And let's go to Postman and send that request again. And we should see the response with the video again. All right, so we do see the video uploaded. We get a response with the entire video that was uploaded, the temporary path, and all the information related to it. So we will later on be changing this to only return what we need for the front end. But for now, I think this is good enough. We have the status, we have everything set. And more importantly, if we go to our drive here, we should see that video in the temporary disk. And we have uploaded server because we're testing this. But we should see the video in the temporary disk and everything looks good.